Hey guys, Mike again here and welcome back to the Red Sea Visuals channel where we go over the strategy and execution of video content marketing. So welcome to part 1 of our videography basics equipment checklist. So if you're looking to make cinematic films or stylized videos, then this really isn't the video for you. You're probably still gonna learn something from it if you're a beginner, but otherwise you're probably gonna wanna go look somewhere else for the information you're looking for. So who is this video meant for then? If you're a one-person brand or 200-person company and you're looking to make vlogs, and in particular vlog-style educational videos, then this is the spot for you. Now you might be wondering, Mike, why vlogs? Well, you can learn all about that in this previous video we made over here, where we went over why vlogs are a must-have in any effective content marketing strategy. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right to it. Without further ado. Sounds so Shakespearean. Without further ado. So what's the first piece of gear you should buy? Well, this might come as a surprise to you, but it should be a good microphone. Because the thing is, with vlogs, it doesn't matter how good your video looks if the person can't even understand what you're saying because the audio is so bad. And you know what? Capturing good audio is one of the easier things to get right when you're starting out. Granted that you have a good environment where there's not a lot of background noise or echoes. All you have to do is just snap a lav mic on, plug it into your camera, and if you're using a DSLR or mirrorless camera, you want to turn your onboard camera mic down. And then when you're recording, just make sure you don't go into the red areas in your audio levels and you'll be set. Now let's remember, the whole point of educational videos is about giving good information. Your number one priority should be that people can hear you clearly. Well, I guess you should also make sure that the information you're giving is accurate and useful. Anyway, now that I'm done with the audio propaganda, that leaves us with the question of which microphone should you buy? So when it comes to vlogs, there are 3 roads you can go down for a microphone. And the first one being a shotgun mic, which is what you're hearing right now. So what are the pros when it comes to shotgun mics? Well, they tend to capture the fullest sound. You don't have to worry about rustling noises with clothes when your subject is moving around like this. Oh my god, I'm such an ass. And the last advantage is that the mic stays hidden from your shot. Now what are the cons? Well, the thing is, if there's background noise or echoes in the room that you're shooting in, the shotgun microphone is definitely going to capture it. Another thing is that shotgun mics need to be placed as close to your subject as possible, and sometimes, depending where you're shooting, this just isn't achievable. And a big con is that you need a bunch of gear to set up a shotgun mic. Right now I have this shotgun mic on a C-stand, and on that C-stand is a boom pole cradle, and attached to that boom pole cradle is a boom pole, and attached to the boom pole is a shock mount so that there's no vibrations picked up from the shotgun mic because the shotgun mic is very sensitive. And lastly, you have an XLR cable from the shotgun mic leading to the camera. That's a lot of gear. Now the second road you could go down in terms of mics is a lav mic. Now what are the pros of a lav mic? Well, the sound is still really good. You get a lot of protection against background noise and echoes. It's very easy to set up. You don't have to deal with any messy cables. It's small. The distance from the camera doesn't matter. It's just a really handy mic. Now what are the disadvantages to a lav mic? Well, you have to worry about rustling noise, depending how you place it or your subject's clothing, whenever they move around, you can get a little bit of rustling noise. Second thing is, the mic is in the shot, it doesn't stay hidden like a shotgun mic. Now whether this is a con is debatable. It all really depends on whether you care if the microphone's in the shot or not. And the last con is, while a lav mic is easy to set up, you do have to set it up each time that you shoot or you change an interview subject. And the third road you can go down for mics is the onboard shotgun mic. So what are the pros to this one? Well, it's really easy to set up. You only have to set it up once because it just stays on top of your camera. And the sound is decent enough as long as you're close to your subject. You don't have to worry about any rustling noise with the clothes, just like with the other shotgun mic. And it's really great for run and gun situations where you just don't have time to set up anything. So what are the disadvantages? Well, you generally have to be 2 to 3 feet from your subject in order to capture good audio. And you're also vulnerable to background noise and echoes just like with a shotgun mic. Now I'm sure you're thinking, Mike, all this information is useful, but how about we actually hear the difference between the three microphones? Well, let's do just that. And for this test, I'm gonna be reciting some modern day poetry. When I'm walking with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby, don't play. Blame it on my confidence or blame it on your measurements. Shut that shit down on sight. That's right. Scene. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, if you could name that song, comment down below and let me know. Shouldn't be too hard. It's a pretty popular song. So which one did you like the best? And no, I'm not talking about my cheesy ass performance. We're talking about the difference between the three microphones. Now, which one do I think you should go with? Well, if you're making movies or commercials, there's a reason why shotgun mics are an industry standard. They try to use those as much as possible because you really want to capture the room sound too. They just do a lot of work to make sure that they don't have any background noise or echoes that they don't want. When it comes to vlogs, honestly, all are acceptable. It really comes down to the other pros and cons that we talked about earlier. But in my opinion, the lav mic gives you the most bang for your buck. You still get great sound out of it. In fact, we even use it for some high-end client work. You get protection against echoes and background noise, which means in terms of shoot locations, you have a lot more freedom. And it's really easy to set up too. Now, there are countless options that you can go with depending on your budget and your needs. But you can't go wrong with the Rode Wireless Go Lav Mic Kit. We use it all the time here at Red Sea Visuals. In fact, that's what we used for this whole video. The quality of audio you get out of it is really great, and it's really very convenient too. I mean, just take a look at how small this thing is. It's so adorable. How could you turn this down? It's relatively cheap at $278. Now, I know that might sound like a lot of money, but trust me, in terms of filmmaking gear, that's pretty cheap. Now, the second purchase you want to make in the audio arena is a reliable pair of headphones. Because when you're recording, you want to be able to make sure that the audio that you're getting is actually good. And you can't just use a pair of earbuds for this because you get too much of the room around you. You can't really distinguish what you're getting from your microphone versus what you're hearing in the room. Plus, a good pair of headphones comes in handy if you want to edit in a coffee shop and look all fancy, or if you can't listen to audio out loud in your workplace. Now, the good news is there's a lot of good choices in terms of headphones that aren't too expensive. You can go with the Audio-Technica ATH M40X for $99. Man, that was a mouthful. Or you can go with the Sony MDR7506 for $97.19. That's actually what I've been using for the last few years, and I really love it. I have no regrets. Now, why did I go with the Sonys instead of the Audio-Technica? It really came down to the fact that these were on sale and the Audio-Technicas weren't. You'll find the links to all the items we talk about down below in the description. So there you have it. I hope you found this video helpful. Now, there's lots of enticing sexy gear out there that they're always coming out with all the time. But when you're investing in video gear, just remember you need to focus on things that suit your needs, your budget, and will last you a long time. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. We'll see you in the next video in this series where we're going to go over the one piece of gear that you're probably looking forward to the most, the camera kit. Okay, we'll see you.